Hey everybody, ATL JDM here, and today I've got a special treat. This car, a car from my childhood. I only know about this car because of the hours of Gran Turismo I played growing up. We actually here at ATL JDM kind of kept this under wraps for a little bit because the nerdy side of me wanted it to be perfect. It did come in with a lot of paint fade. The stripe was, faded out. So we went ahead and kind of did a full cosmetic restore to it. We'll show you some of the boo-boos and defects, the small defects that did come afterwards. But all in all, we're pretty happy about how this one turned out. I'm super happy about how it turned out. So here I got Flavian again, the French couch surfer. And he's gonna help me walk around with the M13 Tommy Kaira Nissan March. That's a 1994, and let's just go into it, man.
Yeah, let's go for it. So yeah, so you can talk about like first, like the car when we got it was like you try to imagine like everything was completely peeling.
It was pink. It was pink.
It was pink, but not just that. It was like completely peeling. Like there was like cracks all over the paint. Like the whole paint was made of cracks. That was like really not in good condition. And with Japan, as I explain often, like it's just like how it is with the sun. If the paint is not of very good quality from the factory, you will get like lots of paint fade and stuff like that. But that's probably one of the worst that I've ever seen in terms of paint and how much the sun attacked this one over the years. So the whole, like for example, like the whole stripe here was like completely disappeared. There was some little bit left of on the rear, but that
it was completely
left.
Shot out.
Same thing for the front, but same thing for pretty much everything on this one. But now it's been fully repainted with the original factory color. The stripe was remade like exactly to the dimensions. That
the exact precise, like measuring everything, like centering it. This is actually a vinyl wrap. This isn't paint. We had our buddies.
That's how it was. That's how it was like normally. It wasn't a paint either for the Tommy Kaira. It was like just like a stripe that was like put in.
Well, I'm talking just about this one. What we did, so we
one.
got a vinyl wrap from Tint World. Our guys down there took really good care of it. They even, took extra time to make sure the measurements were exactly the way we wanted it, because we also had to order this sticker.
Yeah, this one was not cheap.
And these stickers are not cheap at all, man. And you can't just get one. You got to get two because it's red and silver. So you can't, you had to get one red one, one white one, and then we actually measured in the middle of the Y where to exactly cut it, so then it still looks exactly the same as the original one that came in.
And for everyone who keeps on saying that Tommy Kaira is attached, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, it's two separate
words.
Yeah, two separate words. It's just that there's no, like when you write in Japanese, everything is like attached. So when they translate it on Gran Turismo or anything after, it was like just one word. But it's like two separate words.
It's Tommy space Kaira.
Yes.
And then we actually, so this one is the original one, the front badge for the Tommy Kaira. The guy who painted the car.
There's a couple of, is there any other badges on the other?
Yeah, it's on the back, and that's what I was about to say. The guy who painted the car accidentally lost the one in the rear, so we had to go order that, which is another $100-something. Yeah, see, it looks brand spanking new. It still has the plastic covering it.
But
and other than that, let's just go like this. So there are a few little bubbles in the paint that I do want to just point out. We're not trying to hide anything. Right here on the top.
Oh yeah.
That's just from enough filtration in the booth that he was painting in. Yeah, some particles got stuck in the paint. And then I think that's just dust. No, there's one right there. And I think that was pretty much it. It was just that one up top that we were like, dude, what's wrong with you? But other than that, everything else checks out. This just, this is just from the car itself. That's not anything to do with the vinyl.
Can pop the hood. We're gonna check the. That's a hard one.
Yeah, for some reason Nissan, you gotta tug on those things.
Yeah.
Even the Skyline is like that.
There we go. So yeah, underneath like fairly simple twin cam. It's a CG13 DE from what I remember. So DE means for the dual cam, like a yeah, I think that's like what DE means with Nissan stuff. You've got the actual Kaira plate. This is number 395, 94. Yeah, underneath it's basically just a Nissan Micra or Nissan March in Japan with a slightly better engine.
Yeah, we have a guy locally who has a Nissan March. Loves
Yes.
this car, by the way. And he told us that for his, and I'm just kind of off topic, but he told us that the spark plug, a lot of Miata parts match this car right here. And he's done it personally, so that's just not me spitting out facts that I don't really know. It's just, I've seen his car, I've sitting in it, driven it. But yeah, sorry, got off topic.
Yeah, no, there's not much to say. Like, so, like the interior of the engine bay was not repainted, but like you can see, there's no crash history on this
You
one.
can see how it was faded out here. That's how it was on the whole car.
Yes, like no, even worse than that. Like there's still like
Just
here
give it a
there's
little
no paint.
taste,
Like here the paint was still on it, but just completely cracked in like tons of like little. It was really bad. But yeah, no, there's not a lot to say. I can turn on the engine if I can find the keys. Yeah, they're here. So is that also that's just a regular standard Nissan Kia? So maybe they had a Kaira one, but no.
This thing is like impossible to stall out too when you're driving. You have to really be bad at driving.
Nissan Micra typically used like for like as a first car for people, and they're it's like the Renault Clio in France or the Peugeot 106 in France also. I have only French references, sorry for first cars, but it's very difficult to drive. Yeah, no,
Give it some gas.
Yeah.
It's nice to have someone helping you do the videos. You know what I'm saying? So we go back and forth.
A bit better.
But
yeah, another thing also about this, so that's the original wheels.
Yeah, the M13 wheels.
They are terrible in one way that basically they are brake boilers. So I brought this car in Japan in the mountain, going uphill. That's no big deal. Really fun, like not fast or anything, but really like just an overall like pretty fun car to drive. But downhill, it took me about like 3 corners before the brake faded completely and I had no more brakes whatsoever. And those wheels, the brake boilers that are on it, there's absolutely no vents or anything, and that's most likely the reason for that. Like generally terrible wheels to have on a car, but that's what the car came with originally. So.
And I mean, and the M13 is on all of the wheels.
Yeah,
they're just a little faded
they're
out.
not just lost. You can see them here, and they're on all 4 corners too. Antenna, which is pretty long and just like that's just moving everywhere when you drive. Not ideal also, but that's original to the car. Let's do a bit later. Up. Really nothing much to see. So that's the original Kaira steering. So there is a steering cover. The reason for that is that, so you can see here actually how the paint was on the car when we got it. Gosh, if I can remove that. I hate steering covers with passion.
Sorry, bro. It's better than resting your hand on all this because
yes,
steering wheel is pretty rough, but it is an original.
As you see, it's really like so imagine the paint was exactly like this all over the car, the same as the steering. Weirdly, even though it's completely different. One thing that's pretty weird is that the horn on the steering is here, like behind there. So when you just like maneuver or anything, you often just like press it by mistake.
Yeah. But those steering wheels are $2,000, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And then the Kaira shift knob also.
Kaira shift knob also right there, same thing, faded, but it is the original one, and the rest of the car is boring as hell. It's really typical
it's just stock, you know. I mean, it's just nothing. You got the Kaira mats. This one's got a little play on it. The other one's in better condition.
That's just Nissan March, like step on the side.
But I mean, this one's
but
got.
Also that it's a really
turn
typical
on the AC
like
real fast. I want to pull and see what's up.
And actually it's gonna feel nicer for me. Yeah, the AC is cold and feels nice.
And I think this is still R12. It has not been, I don't think it's been converted yet.
How do you put that back after?
Just leave it, I'll do it later, man.
I want to try. I've never actually. I'm good at removing them, but okay, you'll do it. So, cup holders, not stock factory cup holders, but
Yes, I really like to have cup holders right under the windshield, you know, where it really makes sure that your drink stays like good boils in there when you're driving.
Aftermarket radio that doesn't work here because it's still FM or Japanese.
No, it
radio.
will work, but only up to
900.
Yeah, I don't think 90 megahertz.
So NPR is what you're listening to. Now, I've always wondered, is this for change?
I think it is. Yeah, you just put some cards.
Put coins.
Oh
like
no,
for
no,
the
cards.
Card. Okay, yeah.
Like you're given some cards and you put them here, like your toll card. If you don't have an ETC, because the ETC is like a toll booth system in Japan. If you don't have an ETC, you just put your card right there, and yeah. You can.
I love driving this car, man. I drove this one back from the port. I came to pick it up, so I'm pretty well acquainted with it.
And it's about to be 166,666 kilometers.
I can't get it
Very soon. But also, yeah, with the Tommy Kaira.
Let me get it from that angle real quick. Oh, and also the rear mats are all Tommy Kaira too. Like, dude, I mean, like, I love this car, man, because it was just, to me, it was just in a video game, you know? And now it's here, just 166,665. Wow, the mark of the beast. But you can see the Tommy Kaira. That's like right over 100,000 miles.
Yeah, just over that. But yeah, the panels are in good condition, even on the driver's side, in spite of the that's a good thing, you know. It's the interior is boring as hell, but it will last forever, and it does not break easily. So that's cool about like Nissan Micra. Same thing with the dash. There's no cracks or anything. It's overall pretty good. There's no rust underneath. I will try to check the car up later to take some pictures, so you'll be able to get some picture under there. Oh,
There we
told
go.
you.
That's
Told
it.
you.
That's it. I guess we'll open the trunk and just
Yeah,
kinda
we
show
can
him.
check the trunk.
Pop. He's
yeah.
gonna release.
If it opens,
Try it one more time, yeah. Whoa. Oh, I just closed
that's
it.
That's
I
like
just
the,
closed it.
Really? It opens and it closes?
Sorry, my bad. Technical difficulties. Shocks are a little
That
weak.
the shocks are weak. Yeah, I almost hit my head with that. Yeah, under there. Shop. Really nothing
Spare tools,
special
boring,
at all.
basic
Just
stuff.
paperwork here. What is that?
Japan?
Yeah. Maintenance caution. I don't know what's about. Oh well, that's gonna be for the next owner. There you go. It goes back in there. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is for. If you want, like, that's for the suspension strut. Okay, just a protection for the. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's generally pretty comfortable. But yeah, no, like the roof is also pretty nice. There is a light here that's like, oh, it's been changed into some sort of like a. It's not the original light. It's a blue light there that does not lighten anything really. Up. But yeah, cargo space is actually pretty good. Exhaust is also original. And I think that's pretty much it for the walk around.
I can't think of anything else.
Just have to drive it now.
I'm okay with that.
So just a little bit of a turny road just to really show you like how the car is. It's not gonna be, it's still residential, so there's no way for me to really enjoy and push the car. But yeah, like it is as precise as a Nissan Micra gets. The steering is fairly slow, but suspension are nice, though the road is like borderline perfect. Eco tires that you can hear even though I'm doing like 30 miles per hour. So it's a car that does need to be revved.
if you want to drive a little faster. It will take revving without any problem. Yeah, I've seen it, don't you?
Oh no, yeah, that's it.
Up. Can turn left here. Revs up to 6,500 RPM when the red line starts. Shifting really super precise. More stop sign. We can go right. I don't know. Let's turn right.
Never been out this way.
That's like there's a cooking mess in there. In this. That's the, oh, that's so that is the horn as I told you about.
Steering cover helps with that a lot.
Yeah, it does go
But
over
you've got
slightly
like a
over.
vendetta against steering covers.
Yeah, I don't like that. So it does sound like pretty loud, but I'm not even going fast whatsoever. I'm still like within the speed limits. And that's nice also with this kind of car, you know. You can just like, yeah, push the car without. There's an E36 drift car over there. Okay, no visibility whatsoever. Yeah, that's a cool car, man.
Nice car. Yeah, I drove it for 4 hours from Savannah, so I had
Yeah.
a good bit of fun with it on 16.
Turn down slightly the air
285.
conditioning because it's a bit noisy on camera.
And like we were talking about the walk around, this car is impossible to stall out. Like you have to be a really bad driver to stall
To
this
stall the
out.
car. Like really typical American. You know where we are, right?
Now we're back where this is where we know this pickles my eye. I don't know, dude. I don't know where you took us, man.
Okay, well, let's. Yeah, shifting is like super smooth. Really quick and nice and precise. Little bit of wind noise on the windows. We're already reaching like the state limit here is 55 if I'm not mistaken. Just getting to the speed limit and still having fun because you don't need. Nice, those downshifts are awesome. Yeah, it's like there's not a lot to say really. It just drives very well.
It's a solid ride, man.
Temperature, it's super hot outside, but temperature, engine temp, it's slightly on the cold side, like just like a couple millimeters, like a millimeter or two, just on the cold side. Yeah, it is very impressive. Hickory Hills Estate. That shifter is super precise, right? It's really. Not a fast car by any means, but it does move pretty well.
What's that, 1.3?
1.3, yes. Twin cam, so really picky horsepower. You have to really go pick it up way up there. Drives like super straight, like slightly, but it's just mainly because of the road. Otherwise, it drives very straight. Balance of the tire does not seem to be a problem. Middle school right there. It's pretty big actually. You know where we are?
Yes. Turn right.
I love those downshifts.
No, yeah. I mean, dude. The car is just good.
It is good.
I mean, I would drive this to work every day, but I get to drive the Crown.
It's
to work.
really good on gas too.
Oh yeah.
It really sounds like a race car all the time.
It's like the minute you hear it coming and then you see it, you're like, well, this may seem a little bigger, but this is still kind of cool. You know? I saw you slipping.
Not a cop.
Yeah, so Flavian, you know, he's three days into Georgia, and surrounded by 3 GSP.
Yeah, like just a little backup
every
stories.
time
Like,
he sees-
I went to bring them. We were in Grid Life, and I brought like some guy who was interested in a Mini, in my own Mini actually, that I used to own in Japan, and that is now here in Georgia. And we just the empty parking lot, you know, just like for Mini, it's a perfect playground to test it and just have fun with the little thing. And I did not see that cops. There was like 3 cop cars parked right on that very same parking lot. So I started to drive around, just like throw the car around. I did a handbrake turn, and then I was like literally cornered by 3 cops with their hands on their guns.
I was
Like,
standing there. Like
it
how
was
did you not
nice.
see that?
I did not see them. I managed to get my way out of it, but it was like they made me blow
They made
into
you
the
blow too,
yeah, they
yeah.
made me blow for alcohol also. What is this guy doing? Like, it's not how you get out of it. All right.
So, and this is off topic, you know, because obviously the car is fine. We're having a good time. So driving here versus in Japan, what are your like pros and cons? Are there things you like over here? Versus
Yeah, there's a lot more cops here. Like, it's insane. Like, there's well, I used to live in the US before, you know, I used to live in Washington States and all that, but I guess I forgot how many cops are everywhere all the time around. Like, we get out, like we see like 2 or 3 cops every time. That's like just on small test drives like that, or just going back home. There's like cops everywhere. That's really crazy.
400, man, they don't
Yeah,
play.
and the roads are a lot more boring, if I'm honest. But it's nice when you have to drive just like from point A to point B. It's a lot quicker than in Japan. I'll let that bulldozer GMC Yukon get into.
You know where we're at now, right?
Oh yeah, of course, that's a Spirits, that's a liquor store. I recognize the place.
Yeah, that's our landmark.
That's how I know where we are, like based on liquor stores. But yeah, no, back on the car, it's just as good as can be, really. Keep in mind, if you're going to drive a bit sporty, a bit of a sporty drive, especially downhill, that the brakes will boil in those wheels. So be careful with that. There's not much you can do other than changing the wheels.
Which let's not, you know, I would prefer the person
yeah, keep
who
it
bought
stuck. Like
not
someone who's
change
gonna buy it is probably gonna
once
keep
they buy,
it.
they can do whatever they want, but just keep the wheels, like
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
them, at least. You know?
It's like to have like a 100% original Tommy Kaira like this is not
common.
something you're gonna see every day. Yeah.
Like, and you know, this is another. I can't back this statement up, but I want to say this is one of the very few Tommy Kaira marches in the U.S.
I don't think there's many at all. I think they only build like 500.
Right, I don't want to say it's the only one because, you know.
Yeah, if you guys know how many Tommy Kaira M13 were built in total, I'd be very curious to know the answer. Maybe we can just Google that later on and I will know. I think that there was only 500. Or maybe was it
because
1400?
I know the Micra in the March, they were huge.
Maybe
in Europe.
1400. I don't remember. I remember some number like vaguely like popping out my like.
Because the March and Micra are everywhere in Europe. It's a very popular car in Europe, but I'm talking about.
And in Japan.
Yeah, and obviously Japan. But like, I'm just talking about the Tommy Kaira.
And in Canada too, actually.
I don't think there's.
Oh yeah, one more
here.
thing about this one. Parts, you can get them all in Canada because the Nissan March, the Nissan Micra was sold in Canada.
Huh.
So that's definitely a good point. Nice. Like this car, man. This shifter is so precise. It's like really super precise. It's nice. But yeah, going back toward the ATL JDM, I guess that's gonna be pretty much it for the test drive of this one. There's not much else that we can add.
I can't think of anything, man.
Cannot think of anything either. Quick little fun car, quirky as hell, and yeah, that's what makes it cool. All right, now on to another video. We're doing them all back to back. So
We did this one
bye.
first with the AC.
Yes, we're cooking in there. All right, cheers, guys. Bye bye.